Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. My name is Ori in case you forgot, and for the newcomers, my name is Ori. I'm glad you found your way to this channel. And on today's video, I would like to talk to you about details. And I gotta mention that over-detailing is a very hard thing to do. And the level of attention gotta be extremely sky high. Not mentioning the level of patience you gotta have. I mean, seriously, it's something that you just can't deny. But still, if you don't have full control with these details, in many cases, it can become very, very stressful to look at, which can give the viewer a very hard time. Which brings me to the subject of simplification. You see, the skill of simplifying a work of art is like cleaning a hoarder's house. Leaving in place only the important stuff that has significant value to the heart and have meaning and importance to the owner. Also, it makes the act of navigation through the house an easier task. Who would have thought? This method of simplification helps the viewer easily navigate through the most important details. And for this procedure to work, takes a bit of amount of auto-control, since the problem of complicating stuff it's in our nature. Knowing where and when to detail is quite a challenge, but nevertheless a great skill to earn. Simplifying certain parts of the artwork, when you're thinking about it, can create the similar effect of the extent of view and amount of details our eyes can censor from the observable world. Which comes also with a disadvantage, with a blurry and less detailed section which appear usually in the external corners of the eyes. But it's not everything. Simplification can add to the atmosphere and enhance a sense of mystery, which is one of the most important elements in a work of art, making it also more engaging to the viewer. For example, in this auto-portrait of young Rembrandt, his way of treating this piece, he managed to attract attention on the side portion of his face, from the cheek directly to the beginning of his right shoulder, before fading into the shadow, encouraging the viewer to concentrate on his face while trying to dissect his state of mind and personality, while adding to the atmosphere without feeling the absence of detail that could easily appear on his clothes or hair, for example. Not only that the most of information about atmosphere comes when censoring visual details, but it also encourages the viewer to utilize the imagination muscle, which makes the viewer feel more involved, experiencing fun, while deciphering the elements of the work and the subject at hand. It is important to note that less detailed sections aren't supposed to be utilized randomly, but applied by design. And for that part to work, you need to know what you want to express and what is the subject that interests you. It is very important that you put in place the thing that you're trying to communicate. What are the most crucial details? And after you targeted these things, you can rank these elements by the level of their importance. And that can help in knowing how much detail you're gonna apply in each element. Ultimately, you can dictate to the viewer the route and hierarchy of details that you want the viewer to follow. It's a bit of mind control and nothing harmful. For example, in this painting by Edgar Degas, he masterfully simplified the image by merging shapes, forms, and details, intentionally creating a clear path between the most important main elements and points of interest. In the painting that I'm creating for this specific video, I didn't try to imitate every position of piece of hair, but first and foremost, I tried to assemble some general forms and abstract-looking shapes, evading from adding too much detail. This method will make these simplified portions function as a binder between what I consider to be the most crucial to me, emphasizing the message, feeling, and atmosphere I'm trying to convey. And the subject also gains more coherence, and the painting becomes even more readable and pleasing to the eye. You can associate this lesson with a conversation when communicating a certain idea or telling a story. The efficiency lies in the structure, timing, and the way one hierarchizes the importance of different information. For example, briefly providing the context will guide the listener, allowing him to understand the follow-through, which brought everything to the main part of the subject, the crème de la crème, which is also the more detailed part. As you already can tell, not offering an information in a similar way and wasting time on the unimportant stuff can sound irrelevant, ultimately can make the listener sleepy, bored into submission, and too broken to even remain focused when the good part comes. So in conclusion, simplicity can enhance the aesthetic beauty of a painting and make it also less boring. And when painting, leave some details to the viewer's imagination. They can engage more actively with it, and they tend to fill the gaps with their own interpretations, making the painting gain more interactive value. Excessive details can be distracting. Simplification can remove unnecessary distractions and guide the viewer's gaze to what's most important in the artwork. However, it's important to note that the effectiveness of simplification can vary depending on the artist's intent, style, and the message they want to convey. Sometimes intricate paintings can serve a specific purpose or artistic vision. The choice to simplify also depends on the artist's creative direction and goals. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you come by. And of course, feel free to follow the rest of this painting process to its conclusion. If you found this video informative, you can help this channel grow with a comment, like, and subscribe. See you soon in the next video, and bye-bye.